What's up, my beautiful soul family? How's everybody feeling today? Everybody's talking about Malcolm Jamal Warner's death. I even put out a video earlier this week asking was his death an accident? And of course, if you've seen that video, you will know that I said in the reading his death wasn't an accident. So what I thought I would do in this video is I feel like we didn't get the full story of what happened with Malcolm Jamal Warner. You know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a reading, and I'm gonna try to call Malcolm to the cards. Let's see if he tell us everything that happened with his death. You know what I mean? Now y'all know, of course, before I start this reading, I need to put out my disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I state in this video is just my interpretation of the cards. Nothing I state in this video have been proven to be fact as of now. Now, once I do the reading, y'all, if y'all want, y'all can call in. My phone number is in the description below. Y'all call in and give y'all opinion on this, on Malcolm Jamal Warner's death. If you got anybody specific we want to look at, or you know what you just think. If you want to, if not, just put it in the comments. It's cool. All right, so I got the sage lit. We got the my disclaimer I like to put out. Let's shuffle these cards. Let's see if we can call Malcolm Jamal Warner to the cards. Spirit, is Malcolm Jamal Warner available? What happened on July 20th? If he's available, Spirit. What happened with Malcolm Jamal Warner's death? Malcolm, do you want to come to the cards, sweetie? You want to come tell us what happened? That way we can know what exactly happened with you. Did you drown? Which a lot of people don't feel like you did. Was there foul play? If it was, who were the people involved? Come on, let's see if we can find this. Come on. Tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think it was just a current? You know, y'all notice that a lot of different stories is coming out. That's what I'm noticing. So I want to call Malcolm Jamal Warner to the cards, or at least Spirit, to see if Spirit knows. You know what I mean? All right, I'm going to pull the cards because I feel the energy shifting. But I'm tired of different stories coming out. I want to know what's going on. All right. One more, and then we're going to pull. All right, we're ready. There's one card. Here we go. All right. Let's pull these cards, and let's see what exactly happened. All right, you got the star card, which, you know what I mean? He's, Malcolm Jamal Warner's a celebrity. Let me see. You got the magician reverse, some kind of trickery, some kind of deception. Somebody that's lying to us. Okay. I wonder if there was a struggle that ensued. Okay. Go on. This was over money. This had something to do with giving somebody some money or something. Somebody that wanted to be either wanted to be taken care of, or somebody he was taking care of. Okay, so there's been a lot of, I'm getting the feeling from this reading, there's been a lot of lies going on about what happened to him. I don't feel like what's being told is what really happened to him. You know what I mean? Allegedly, so far. All right, so let me pull some more. Chariot reverse. Some kind of a vehicle accident. Since we're talking about water, I'm going to assume that vehicle accident had something to do with a boat. Look, was unable to escape. Let me pull some more cards. Bad news. Somebody that had the gift of gab was able to talk their way out of it. He severed ties with someone. Let me see. You got the King of Swords. I think it's the mother of his child. She got something to do with this. He severed ties. Okay. All right. Yep. They was getting ready to get a divorce. It's like the same stuff is coming up from the last time, in a sense. She was getting ready to be broke. Look, because I'll even show y'all what I'm talking about here. Look, so you got the harem in reverse. That's upright. It's about marriage. It's about traditions. It's about weddings. Reverse, it talks about divorce. You got that next to the Empress, which is about the mother card, but it's about an unfit mother or something like that. And then you got the two of wands that's in reverse, which is about a severance of ties. You know what I mean? I feel like, yeah, this is what I'm seeing. I feel like Malcolm was trying to take his child from his wife. They was not in a good place. I'm still seeing this again. You know what I mean? I just feel like there was some kind of struggle ensued, and there was something was set up to either stop the progress or something, or some kind of. I feel like there was a boating accident. I do still feel like there was a boat involved because I wanted to be clear about it. So that's why I came back and did this reading. I think I mentioned before about there may be some kind of boating accident. You know what I mean? Some kind of injustice, kind of unfairness. She didn't want to. She wanted a bunch of luxury, but didn't want to work hard for it. You know what I mean? This was probably why I think she knew he was a celebrity, and that's why she was with him. You know what I mean? This is what I'm seeing. I don't know. I'm still getting the feeling that this goes back to his wife some kind of way. I don't know if she took her particular hands and did it, but she was bitter. She was bitter, and she was. This was to spite him. You know what I mean? There was a lot of problems in that marriage. You know what I mean? A crisis happened. Let me see. I feel like Malcolm Jamal Warner tried to fight for his life, but it wasn't very successful. You know what I mean? I'm looking over the cards, right? So let me see the moon in reverse. Some kind of deception going on. There's a lot of deception going on, or some kind, or it's going to be found out. I feel like there's some deception is going to be found out. But I feel like his wife was in cahoots with somebody. Well, this is what I feel like. Now, see, the last time I did a reading, I did the reading on Malcolm Jamal Warner's death. The Emperor came up in reverse, just like it's doing again today. Now, what the Emperor in reverse can mean is that, like, let me think. So next to it, you got the Two of Swords, which is about some kind of stalemate. It was like it was no other option but to commit the capital M word to unalive him. You know what I mean? I feel like that it was a quick decision to be made. Like you got the King of Pentacles in reverse. I'm wondering if there was some kind of male involved in this too. Like his wife was in cahoots with some man. You know what I mean? The Emperor in reverse, some older male, had something to do with this too. You know, he was the one who I feel like knocked Malcolm off of the boat. Near death experience. I'm wondering. Maybe I should draw some more cards, but I'm wondering, wasn't there another man found with Malcolm Jamal Warner, but he was found alive but in critical condition? You see how you got the near death experience also in this next to the judgment in reverse, which is about like basically, and it got the death card in it. Malcolm did, pass away, but I wasn't the second man found in like critical condition. I'm wondering if that was the man that was. How you doing, sweetie Veronica? How you doing? I'm wondering if that was the man that was like involved in it. If that's why he was in the ocean that day. You know what I mean? All allegedly. Let me see. Let me see here. Let me pull some more cards because I don't know. This is what I'm getting so far. I mean, I don't know if the man that was found with Malcolm was an older male, but I feel like an older man also has his hands in this. There was some kind of corruption around money, some kind of like either scheme or money. Money. This had to do with his money. Like they was after his money. It was a plot to get his money. Look, heartbreak, pain, sorrow, loss. Seven of swords in reverse, theft. The Fool card, wanting to go on a new path, wanting to be free, wanting to get their freedom. The Four of Cups in reverse. Let me see. The Lovers. Okay, she wanted to be free from this marriage, but she didn't want to be free from that money. They was having problems anyway. I'm feeling like they really was on the brink of divorce, but she wasn't gonna get anything. She knew that court wouldn't rule in her favor. I feel like she had a male lover. This is what I'm feeling like, allegedly. All what I'm seeing in the cards. Let me see here. Let me see here. She tried to make it. I think that's the part of the reason they went on that vacation. I think they went on that vacation because she convinced him to go on that vacation. You know what I mean? Because we have a child together, we should try to make it work. You know what I mean? But I'm feeling like there's some secrets that haven't come out yet about her. But she tried to put it on the child. That was the way she lured him in. You know what I mean? Malcolm did care a lot about his kid. He knew that they didn't have a happy marriage, but he loved his daughter. And I feel like he was going to try to at least, that's why they went on vacation together. I think it wasn't just them on vacation. I think they was on vacation with someone else too. There was someone else there. I feel like there was, now how many, I don't know. There was at least one other male, I feel like that was there. You know what I mean? Let me see here. So let me look this over. A fight broke out. A fight and a struggle happened. You know what I mean? It might have been the dude that was found in the ocean with him. I feel like maybe they both fell into the ocean. They got to fighting and they both fell in the ocean. Maybe. Let me see here. So you got the Knight of Wands in reverse. Somebody was having an affair. I think this affair was uncovered. I think she was having an affair with the. I'm trying to light the stage when the light ain't working. I feel like she was having an affair with the other dude that went on vacation with them. There was another dude. There was somebody else there, and I feel like this kind of came out too. They or at least this could be part of the reason why they was getting ready to break up. Hold on. So you got the Ace of Swords, which means you got the Ace of Swords next to the Devil reverse. Now the Devil reverse is some kind of obsession, some kind of toxicity, a release of anger, a release of jealousy. Things just really went left on. I feel like on their vacation. You know what I mean? So you got the Temperance right here. You got the Ace of Swords. You got the Devil in reverse, and you got the Sun card. It's a lot of stuff that this last row is trying to say. Let me clear the previous row so that the energy could be clearer. You know what I mean? Malcolm, from what I'm seeing in this reading, was a kind dude. He really tried to take care of his family. He really tried to give them everything. I feel like, you know what I mean, the wife didn't give him as much love as he tried to give her. You know what I mean? She was in it, a lot of it for the money. This is what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? Allegedly. I gotta say allegedly, of course. You know what I mean? He wasn't alone when he went out there. I can tell you that for sure. He was not alone, like how they trying to say he was. Let me see here. All right, let's pull some more cards. Let's pull some more cards. Yeah, he fell into that water. I feel like they was on something. They was on a boat or something. See, look at this. The six of swords. You see how in this reading, I mean, in this card, they're selling. I really do feel like it was a boat involved. Like, this is what my intuition is really saying. It was a boat involved. You know what I mean? He wanted to be out on the ocean, but I don't think he was swimming at the time. And it was another dude that was with him. See, it was three of them on the boat. They got the three of cups or whatever. I feel like him, his wife, and the other dude was on the boat. Let me see here. She wanted to live this lavish lifestyle, but felt like he was too restrictive with money and it was too much work. It was too overbearing. She wanted to be free anyway. She felt like she had no other choice. Oh, all right. All right. Yeah, I'm seeing an affair. Just she was a businesswoman. They went. Yep, this happened. Look, his death happened overseas. The three of wands. It's funny how these threes keep coming up because I told you I feel like it was like at least three people on the boat. Malcolm being one of them. But the three of wands talks about some kind of travel overseas. You know what I mean? She suggested they travel overseas. You know what I mean? And then you got the four of swords that could be talking about a card of tombs and funerals and deaths. You know what I mean? The page of swords in reverse. Yeah, like this, they started fighting on that boat. I feel like there was a struggle. I feel like they wanted to just throw him overboard. This is what I'm feeling in my gut. They wanted to throw him overboard, but the dude ended up falling overboard with him. I feel like that was the other dude found in the ocean with him. Allegedly, this is just what my gut is saying. You know what I mean? He ended up losing his life, it wasn't it wasn't an accident. You got the eight of wands reversed which is what the spirit wants to end off with, which I feel like they stopped his progress. They by ending his life cycle, his life force. Um, so what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is what happened with Malcolm Jamal Warner? His wife was having an affair, and her lover, you know what I mean, was on a boat with him, and you know what I mean. This is how they got into the ocean. There's so many different stories that came out. You know what I mean? Just tell me what you guys think. Like, anybody want to write anything in the chat or discuss it further? I feel so. If this is really what happened, then I feel so sorry, and I wish Malcolm Jamal Warner's soul to rest in peace. You know what I mean? He brought us a lot of great, you know what I mean, laughter over the years with banning the Cosby Show, banning Malcolm and Eddie. You know, he brought a lot of great acting. We enjoyed watching him grow up from Theo Huxtable, you know what I mean, to whatever his last role was before his passing. I do. I just want to tell Malcolm Jamal Warner to rest in peace. You know what I mean? You seem like a nice, kind soul. And if this is true about those people that did it, whether they get justice in the regular court of law or in the cosmic court of law, they will get justice. Thank you, my beautiful soul family, for tuning in. I'll see y'all in the next reading. Love you, my babies. Leave me comments down below. Have a good one.